Hello dear students, how are you? So I welcome you all in today's lecture. So today I am going to discuss the chapter non-finite verb. So I will discuss the definition of non-finite verbs and the answer key also. And I hope that you might have solved all the answers. Okay, so let's discuss that what is non-finite verb. So a non-finite verb are those verbs whose form is not bound or determined by the number and the person or subjects. Okay, so in the last chapter we discussed about the subject verb agreement. Okay, so we learned there that verb changes its forms according to number, means according to subject. Okay, so if any verb it doesn't change its forms according to the subject, according to the tense, okay, that verb is called non-finite verb. Means ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ verb ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਟੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਨਾ ਪਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ verb ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ non-finite verb. Okay, so in other words, if the subject in a sentence changes, the non-finite verb remain the same. Okay, although they have the appearance of a verb, they do not perform the function of a verb and are used as noun, adjective or adverb. Okay, so though they look like a verb but their function is they work as nouns, adjectives or adverb. Okay, so that word wise they look like a verb, but in actual their work is just same as noun, adjective or adverb. So here we have three examples. I want to meet the president. She wants to meet the president. We wanted to meet the president. So you can check here one subject was there. Okay, here she third person singular and here plural we is there. So here according to I we wrote here want, according to she we wrote here wants, and according to we is in past tense we wrote here wanted. Okay, so this want was changing its forms, but to meet was same in all the three sentences. So you can think about this, that this is non-finite verb. So to meet is here in these three sentences, which is not changing its form, okay, is called non-finite verb. Okay, so other which changes its form, that is called finite verb. So here want is finite verb, want, wants, wanted, all these three are finite verbs, and other to meet, okay, these are non-finite. Okay, so this chapter is only focused on the non-finite verbs, so I will discuss just those only. So kinds of non-finite verbs. So infinitive. So infinitives means what is infinitive? It is found by adding the preposition to the base form, means the simplest form of the finite verb. Means if you add to just before the finite verb, you will get infinitive, means which is the type of non-finite verb. So here no, it is the first form of verb, so just you added to, okay, and this combine is called infinitive. Okay, so similar here to go is infinitive. So when to use infinitives in a sentence? When we have two actions. It is easy to know when we have information, two actions. She wants to go, this is the one action, this is the another action. So just to tackle such situation, we just take the help of infinitives. To, okay, to plus first form of verb. So structure of infinitive we have already discussed. Okay, so there are two type of infinitives basically. Okay, full infinitive and bare infinitive. Okay, so in your book they have given split infinitive also, but that is not used mostly. So we will just focus on these two only, full infinitive and bare infinitive. Full infinitive, whatever we discussed now, that to plus first form of verb is called full infinitive. So here this is called full infinitive. Bare infinitive, where we skip, where we omit this two. Okay, my mother lets me watch television. So here watch is a verb, is here it is a bare infinitive. Okay, so we are not using here to watch, so we are using here watch only. So we will further discuss that where to use full infinitive and where to use bare infinitive. Okay, so now use of bare infinitive. Okay, so full infinitive I already told you, okay, that when to use when we have two actions, okay, then we can use. So bare infinitive we can use with these verbs, okay, so such as feel, hear, make, find, watch, see, observe, let, etc. Okay, so here they have given examples. Okay, so you can easily understand these. So expressions such as had better, would rather, sooner, than, etc. They are also followed by bare infinitive. Expressions with why and why not take bare infinitives. Modal verbs are always followed by the bare infinitives. Okay, so here one exception is there. So with ought they have used, so this is just an exception. Okay, so which are common, okay, in English language. Exceptions are common. Okay, so we have to just follow the rules. Okay, so modal verbs, there we omit the to. Okay, so with these kind of verbs we avoid to use to. Okay, so now here one exercise is there. Okay, so it's answer key I have already uploaded, so you will get it soon, okay, on your smart study app. So I am just going to discuss the answer of these. Okay, so I will just read the answers for you students, okay, because questions you already have with you. So first question is you need not. So need not, here it is working as an modal. So now only we discuss that in modals we avoid to use to. So you need not to ask for permission. I used to live in the next street. Okay, may I use your phone? So here we have avoided to. They refuse to accept my gift. Okay, so when you will look at the questions you will be able to understand that what I want to say. I would like him go to the library, but I can't make him go. She would prefer to visit the art class. You seem to know him very well. Where would you like to have dinner? You must leave the room at once. Please permit me to stay in your house. Okay, so it was just the mix exercise where you have to use, okay, uh, with or without to. Okay, you have to use the verbs with or without to. Okay, so now let's discuss the gerund. Gerund, it is also look like a verb. Okay, what is the structure? Okay, we just write with verb first and we add ing at the end. Okay, but its function is just like a noun. Okay, so here this table will help you the position of gerund as a noun. Okay, so noun can work as a subject, so same gerund can work as like a subject, it can work like an object also. Object of preposition, complement of verb, absolute phrase. Okay, so absolute phrase means that phrase which you can separate from the sentence. So if you will separate it, there would be the meaning, still the meaning of the another part of the sentence. He wastes a lot of time, so this sentence is not having an impact. If you will skip this, still there would be the meaning. So that phrase is called absolute phrase. So these examples are easy to understand that how gerund is working like these. Okay, so now they have given another exercise. Rewrite each of the following sentences using a suitable gerund. Okay, so we have to use suitable gerund here. Okay, so just we have to follow this table, means these examples you can just take the help from these and you can solve these exercise. Okay, this exercise, sorry. So first one is playing cricket on this ground should be allowed should not be allowed to anyone. Okay, so there was two plays, so we have changed that into gerund, playing cricket. So here playing is a gerund. So in second sentence, a clean swimming pool is the place I love to swim. So swim we have changed, okay, into swimming. I love swimming in a clean pool. So next is he received an award because he sang well. So we changed sang into singing. Okay. Uh, so he received an award for singing well. Okay. So next sentence, she gets a lot of pleasure when she reads good books. Reading good books gives her a lot of pleasure. So read books we have changed into reading good books. So he is passionate about music. So we have changed be verb. Is be verb. Okay. So here I will show you the question also. So we have just changed this is, which is called be verb. Okay. So we just added ing and it became being. Okay. So gerund. So being passionate about music, he hopes to be famous one day. Okay, so this was all about the gerund. So now let's discuss the participle. So participle, it is also called verbal adjective. So it also look like a verb but function as an adjective. So these are the three forms of participles. So one is present participle. Okay, so verb plus ing, it is a structure. Then we have past participle. How to form? We just add ed, dt, en or n. Okay, so these are the examples, easy to understand. Okay, so perfect participle. Okay, we use having, having been, plus past participle means third form of verb. Okay, so perfect means here we will get the indication, okay, that one action has been completed. Okay, so perfect part is having said that I will now point out the difference, means this action of saying has been completed. Now I will point out the difference. Okay, having completed the work, his work is completed, so this action has been completed. Now he switched, then he switched on the TV. Okay, so perfect participle means when it gives the indication that action has been completed. So we have perfect participle also in the passive form. Okay, so when there is no any object, okay, having been warned. So how you will come to know that the given that phrase or the sentence is in passive form? So you can just make the sense having been warned by police, or having been warned by the zoo authorities. He stood away from the tiger cages at the zoo. Having been defeated by the opponent in the chess game, he congratulated his opponent. Okay, so like this you can make the sense. Okay, so just add object from your side. Okay, to check that is it in passive form. If it is in passive, then we write having been. Otherwise we just write having and third form of verb. So here this exercise is quite easy. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to just pick out the non-finite verbs and we have to just mention its type also, that is it gerund, is it infinitive, or is it participle. So we could not help laughing. So here laughing is not an action, it is just working like a noun. Okay, so here that's why it is gerund. So easily you can understand that here laughing is not an action. Okay, so here it is just a noun. He always refuses to obey. So here to obey, okay, it is easy to pick out that it is infinitive. Okay, she is looking for another job. Okay, so here looking, she is looking, so it is just a complement, okay, to this verb. Okay, she is looking, so here it is also working as a present participle. Okay, so I cannot allow you to be. So here to be again infinitive, clearing her throat. She began her speech. So you might be thinking, some student might think that here clearing is gerund. Okay, but here it is not a gerund. Gerund is a noun. Okay, so just think about a noun here, another noun, okay, to make the sense. So here if it would be a noun, it will not give you any sense. So here it is giving us the information, okay, about this thought. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, clearing the thought. So here it is having the further information about this noun. Okay, so here it is working like an adjective, so that's why here it is present participle. I saw a man riding a donkey. So which man who was riding a donkey? So that's why again it is a present participle. Hearing the noise, he ran to the window. So here noise, what kind of noise it would be? So here it is again, okay, qualifying this noun noise. So again it is present participle. So pre means present. She is really good at confusing people. So here it is gerund, not present participle. So if it would be, if you consider it as an participle, it would be confusing people. Which kind of people? Those who remain confused. So here that sense is not there. Okay, so she is good at confusing people. Okay, means it is her skill that she confused the people very easily. Okay, so it is not that people are confused. Okay, so to succeed here, again it is easy to identify that it is infinitive. Then knowing her, here again it is giving you the idea that here it is present participle. Okay, because only a noun will not give you any sense. Okay, so having seen, okay, so here it is perfect participle, so there is no any issue. Okay, they are having, so here again having is the present participle. Have means first form and ing. You need to stop making so much noise. So here it is again infinitive. Okay, so two. So one thing I want to make clear here, that in 13th sentence, need, it is not a modal, it is the first form of verb. Okay, so it is V1, not a modal. Okay, you need to stop. So here going is present participle. Frightened by the storm, here it is past participle. Okay, so now let's move to the next exercise. Dpatch. So here you just have to fill in the blanks with the infinitive or present participle of the verb. I can't afford eating. So here your common sense will help you. Okay, please remind me to buy tea. Stop complaining. So such kind of sentence, okay, which are imperative, so we use here their present participle. Okay, stop complaining. Okay, so Jyoti was quite unwell, but she is getting better now. So he simply refused to answer any more questions. He still remembers being in the hospital. So here being is working as an complement. Okay, so here it is again present participle. The baby began crying in the middle of the night. Okay, so I have to be in uniform at work, but I dislike wearing it. Or you can consider to wear also. Okay, now here again you have to fill, okay, that verbs with ing ed. Okay, so here it is again the participles. Okay, a passerby was seen helping the injured. He came running to me. We saw cars parked all over the palace. I heard him talking to himself. He fought against injustice all his life. Okay, so here it is in active form, so you can't use here having been fought. Okay, and here in the second option depressed will come. Disowned by his family and friend, he left the town. Having regained, having reached. So 7th 8th again are in the active form. Okay, so in seventh you can write been regained also, because if you consider this sentence that the person got strength from someone, okay, then it would be in passive. Okay, so it can be written as having been regained or having regained. Okay, so it just depend upon that how you that make the sense. So eighth, having reached a decision. Okay, so she danced down the lane singing cheerfully. Frustrated at losing the chess game, he kicked his chair over. So here you have to just uh, check the error. If it error is there, you have to locate and you have to rewrite. So here I have just put cross. Okay, so which is extra. So having walked slowly, so been is extra. So having walked slowly, so again it is passive. So been, I told you earlier that you use in passive only. Here it is active. Having walked slowly, he arrived late for school. Tell him stop talking. Okay, so one sentence in D part we discussed there that such kind of sentence we use gerund only. Okay, so you must not complain. So must here it is a modal. So with modals we avoid to use to. So having eaten his dinner, so again active, so that's why third form is there. He went to sleep immediately. Why worry about? So here in examples we discuss that with why we use bare infinitive. Why worry about? With worry word, okay, we use like this only. Why worry about what is going to happen? Indiscriminate cutting of trees is harming the planet. Frightened by the loud explosion in the street, we hid indoors. Having been released from prison by the authority. So here you can check again, it is in passive form. So that's why having been is used. Okay, he vowed never to commit crime again. My mother asked me to go to the market quickly. So here it was a split infinitive. Okay, so here, okay, they had used the word between to and the verb. So here it is was a split infinitive. So we just change the position of adverb quickly at the last to make the sense. Okay, so in 10th, to have been, it is extra. So playing tennis is what she loves most of all. Okay, so this is the end of the lecture today. Okay, so one more thing you have to do. I have just given you the homework, 2 emails which you have to try to write by your side. Okay, so you will get it on your that smart study app. Okay, so thank